Hello, welcome to Debbie's Sweets. On today's video, we will be making scones or scones, depending where you're from. We will start off with our dry ingredients, flour, baking powder, sugar, and salt. Once that is all mixed well, we're going to add our cold chilled butter. Now this helps with the flakiness of the dough, and we're gonna mix that in with our hands. This is the easiest method I find. And the texture is going to be pretty crumbly. You're not looking for anything smooth here. Just like this. We're also adding a cold milk straight from the fridge. We're going to gradually add it. We don't want it too moist here. We just want the sides to come away from the bowl. I added a bit of vanilla as well as some more milk, and I added until there's no more dry bits, like that. So once we have a floured surface, we are going to place our dough on the floured surface and flatten it with our hands. No fancy equipment here. We don't need a rolling pin, just our hands will do. With a bench scraper or a knife, whatever you have, we're going to divide the dough in 3. We're going to overlap each layer onto one another. And this is just going to create the flaky layers of the scones. I did an additional trifold. To be frank, I don't think it was necessary, but I did it anyway. So save yourself the time. You don't need to do this second trifold. Once we flatten the dough a second time, we're going to divide it in whatever shape you want. I decided to go with the classic American way, the triangles, and I just cut it like a pizza. Once they're cut, I place them in the freezer for about half an hour just to firm up the butter. You'll notice some good chunks of butter. That's normal and it'll be delicious. Once they're out of the freezer, I brushed milk on top. This helps brown the scones. You can also do an egg wash if you wish. As they're baking, we're going to make our icing. This was a last minute decision. You don't have to add an icing, but I just wanted to top it off with something glazy. I didn't want the glaze too thick, so I did 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. I didn't really measure the milk. I just added it very slowly until I got this consistency. I also added a bit of vanilla. These are how the scones look straight out of the oven. They look delicious. They're golden brown, and they're ready to be glazed. You can dip them directly in the glaze, or you can brush them, which is what I ended up doing. Look how delicious they look. Yum. With this recipe, you'll find that even with the glaze, the scones aren't overly sweet, which I really appreciate. And I hope you find this video helpful. If you give this recipe a try, please let me know. You can enjoy it with nice jam or whatever spread you like. They're buttery, they're soft, they're golden brown, and they'll pair absolutely wonderfully with a cup of coffee or tea. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.